Hello, beautiful. So today we're going to do a new fall makeup look. And we're going to be on trend because one of the fall 2020 makeup trends is Rosy and Dewy. So we're going to play with that today. I'm going to give you sort of my take, one of the many takes, versions that you could do with the fall Rosy, Dewy makeup look. So we'll play with that. All right, I am Lisa D. Liguori with Simple Beauty Minerals, owner and founder, and Simple Beauty Minerals is a cleaner, smaller, more personal beauty brand. So I hope you stick with us and play along if you want. Hit your questions up. I will certainly respond, and let's take it from there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use today the Antioxidant Liquid Foundation. And I am going to use, let's see, Pink Berry Nourish Balm, okay, as cheek color, lip color, maybe eye color. I'm not sure. I'm just playing. As we go along, I'm sort of just experimenting. I have a vague idea what I'm doing, but you know, you're my guinea pigs. And the new lip color blush, we're going to play with that. So just a couple of things. What I have on right now, all I have on is a mineral sunscreen, tinted mineral sunscreen, and eyelashes. I have the red cherry. They're not in the package right now. They're on my eyes. Red cherry eyelashes on. I'm trying these. They are in the Amazon shop. I will point these all out to you later. And then I have just a slick of Perfection lip gloss on right now, and that's it. So let me tell you first about the mineral sunscreen. I'm using the tinted CeraVe, not the regular. So, and I'm showing you this, let's see, because my tinted package right now looks like this, because what I do is when I get too low and I cannot squeeze any more out, I cut the tube. So that's what I do. There you go. All right, and it's okay with the mineral sunscreen to do that because the minerals are not unstable. They're very stable, so I'm not going to lose any of the active ingredients. Do not cut your tubes if you're working with products outside of sunscreen like a retinol or a vitamin C, anything that is active. Don't cut those tubes open because the actives will pretty much dissipate. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep them in their packaging, their dark packaging, away from light and sealed. Okay, so I have a layer of this tinted sunscreen, and that's what it looks like. And I let it dry down because it is very moist when you first apply it. That part I don't like. It doesn't feel like it's going to dry down, but it does. It does. So I have that on already, and I'm going to do this with you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply the Antioxidant Liquid Foundation. Okay. And I am using color Neutral 2.5, which is a little bit darker. No, I told an untruth. I am first going to put my hair back so that I can do this and you can see what I'm doing. I normally use, backwards, Neutral 2. So this is a little bit darker than what I normally use, but I wanted to see how it worked. So Neutral 2, I've just got some on a Q-tip for the moment, and I'm going to use my liquid foundation airbrush. Actually, you can use this for powders as well. Okay, and I'm going to apply my liquid foundation. I'm going to get some more. Okay, so there's so many different ways to apply a foundation, and usually I don't think I've ever done my foundation with you, especially a liquid. Well, I should have more of my hair back, right? And I'm going to do 2 layers because I want it extra dewy. And I'm going to make sure I go right there under the chin so there's no line of demarcation. I'm going to do 2 layers. I also want to do, I'll show you this now, as I have spots, a bit of Calm Down facial oil on top of the liquid foundation. And because that gives an even dewier look. So I am more of a fan, for me personally, of matte. But see how quick this is? This is really quick. I am into quick and easy. And so that's what I showed you. There we go. Right on my lips. All right, so if you wanted more coverage, you can add another layer. Oh, I like a matte, but I wanted to show the dewy today, so we're experimenting. Now, again, I said this is a little bit darker than what I normally go with, but we're gonna experiment. All right, so there's the Neutral 2.5 Antioxidant Liquid Foundation. Just applied that. I will next go into concealer, but first let's do a little bit of Calm Down. So I'm just going to squeeze a little pump, not much, and just press it. And I love the way it smells. The botanical oils, they are so yummy. It's the best brush, liquid or powder. It works great, game changer. Okay, so just press that in. Now, all right, now I have some foundation on. So now what I want to do is do a little concealer, because as soon as and you experience this, as soon as I get my foundation on, my eyes jump out at me and say, please cover us up. So I'm going to use my mini fluff brush, and I'm going to dip into the Fair Concealer, okay, into the lid, and I always start with a little bit and then add more. And I'm going to get some of that darkness covered up. And I love the powder concealer. I just think it's so easy. And it has an extra layer of SPF in it, so sunscreen protection, as does the Antioxidant Liquid Foundation, because it is mineral based. So I always feel a little better when I get a little concealer on. And I take the concealer, I use Fair because it's a shade, a little like a shade and a half lighter than my skin tone. So you would use whatever is a shade and a half, 1 to 2 shades lighter of your skin tone. And I go right up on the lid, upper lids, as well as an eyeshadow base. Okay, so now foundation, concealer, going simple. Now, what I would like to do is add a little bit of Silk Finish. It's a powder, but I'm going to go in certain areas that I just want a little bit extra coverage. It does give a matte look, but it's very glowy, glowy matte look. I'm going to take my big fluffy brush, powder fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip it into Silk Finish because it's still very glowy. And I'm just certain areas, you know, a little more pore coverage. It just really helps in those areas. And especially, you know, especially if you're using a liquid concealer, then a little bit under the eyes also helps. You can use a smaller brush too, but I find this big fluffy brush just works great. It's super soft. It just, okay, stop. It feels really good. Okay, there. So that was that. Okay, now, all right. You know what I think I'm going to do next is a bit of, as I told you, I'm doing this with you. I'm just put an assortment of products out, and we're doing this as we go along. I'm going to use Ballet Slipper. Ballet Slipper is a radiance powder. Let me swatch it for you. That gives a sheer radiant glow. All right, let's see. And I think even though it's a powder, it is going to give that dewy look that I want, because that's really going to be in for fall 2020 trend-wise. And we want to stay on trend, right? Okay, as long as it works. So I'm actually going to do this everywhere. I thought about doing just in highlighter spots, as we've talked about highlighter recently, but no, we're going for Rosy and Dewy. So I'm going to do it everywhere because it's a very subtle rose. And maybe I'll do a little extra on top of the cheeks. Might even come back after I get blush color and such on. So that was Ballet Slipper. So that gives another level of radiance. Now I'm going to use, I'm trying to stay organized here so I know what I'm doing. All right, let's use Pink Berry Nourish Balm. Nourish Balm is multitasking, which so many of my products are. It can be worn as lip, cheek, even eye. Okay, and it smells so good, like acai. All right, so let's do a little of this on the cheeks. Okay, we could also alternatively do a little blush. Let's do one on one cheek and one on the other. How's that? Okay, so a little pink berry on that cheek and some on lips. Okay, very subtle, very nourishing. Let's do, since we're doing lip and cheek, the new blush lipstick, brand new in the shop. So I'm going to do some of this. I'm going to roll it down so as not to have breakage. And this is a little pinker, a little rosier, kind of depends what you're going for. And then I could do, okay, there. We are definitely dewy and rosy. What do you say? Now, I still need to do some eyes. I like the blush, but this is nice too. It's a little more natural. We'll see once I take my hair down how the entire look is. So, okay, let's get brows done. Usually I do them last, but I'm kind of feeling the need for brows. All right, I am using the new Terra brow and the slanted eyeshadow brush or eyeliner brush or brow brush. Multitasking, dipping it in, and we're going to do brows. Okay. There we go. And the powders stay on really well. You know, you can always do like a crayon and a powder for super staying power. And then I'm going to take a little spoolie and just smooth it out, brush it in, and do the other eye. Gives a more polished look. And then we'll work on eyes. And again, I'm going to do something really simple for the eyes in a rosy look. Because I know we aren't spending as much time on makeup as we once were, but we still want to have fun and we still want to look pretty and feel good, right? Okay. So, what have I got? Okay, next I'm going to do, there's the Terra. Okay, I chose for eye colors just 2 colors. I chose Beautiful, and I'll swatch that in a moment. This is a limited edition color. I only have a few left, and Bliss. But I just want to carry on that rosy glow, that rosy look. So let's get some Beautiful. Let's get a kind of a fluffy brush. And let's just do a wash of Beautiful across the lid. Okay, we're not doing like a full-on eye look. This is just a rosy, dewy fall look, just something we could do fairly quick and get out the door. Do the other eye. Okay, simple wash, a simple wash of color. And Beautiful can be used, let me do a swatch of Beautiful for you. Beautiful can be used as a cheek color and a lip color and an eye color. Okay, Beautiful right there. And it's just beautiful. Now let's finish it off with a little bit of Bliss. Okay, Bliss is a rosy beige, almost a blush. I do like that name, blush. I'm going to take my eye shading brush and dip it into Bliss and just go under the brow and blending it on the inner eye. Oh, and I love that look where you take Bliss or a light, not iridescent, but slightly shimmered highlighter and go on the inner eye. Okay. There we go. Let's do that too over here. There. Okay. So simple. Let's take that same fluffy brush and just blend it all in. Not a lot to blend though, because we did a really simple look. Trying to assess if I did want to do a little eyeliner. So black coffee. All right. Just on the corner there, we're going to smudge it in. Other eye. All right. Now, my smudge brush and just smudging it. And see how that brings it all the way in. You can bring it out. And so simple. Okay. Let me know what questions you have, because I will always come back around and answer. Now let's see. I know I have 2 different blush colors on. So what do you think? Did I miss anything? I did it pretty simple. And that's what I like to teach you all, that makeup can be simple and fun. So play and experiment. It comes off at night. There you have it. I hope you experiment too with some of these ideas for fall trends. So this was the Rosy Dewy look. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's very wearable and very doable. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.